why don't dinosaurs clap?
Cheers.
Something like that. Yeah.
Why don't dinosaurs clap?
Why don't dinosaurs clap?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because they're all dead, dude. Stupid ass. Because I'm trying to come up with the answer. I don't know because.
Oh, jacked up. All right, ready, guys? 3, 2, 1.
All right. Welcome to Chopping It Up with Barber Serg. I am your host, Barber Serg. No, I'm kidding. That's not the entrance, guys. Like this fucking guy killed it. No. Seriously, welcome to Chopping It Up with Barber Serg. Of course, I am your host, Barber Serg. Across from me is my boy Pierre, and that's my producer. And that guy just fell. He's too drunk. Don't give him more alcohol. Over to my far right is my boy Javier.
What's going on?
Yeah, and my coworker Omar.
We're coworkers.
Yeah, we're coworkers. We don't like to define our friendship, but we're coworkers. Anyways, this is another episode of Chopping It Up with Barber Serg. Let me see. We just talked earlier about with the other friends, German and Albert, on a bunch of things. We hit on holiday things, on Halloween stuff, what their favorite movie was. So that's what I was asking you guys. If you guys dressed up for Halloween or what you guys did for Halloween. So let me know.
So the weekend of Halloween, I ended up going to San Diego.
So you got something the weekend of and then Halloween as well?
Yeah.
You got two things. Nice.
Well, you got to go out on the weekend.
Exactly. Yeah.
Halloween was on a Wednesday. But I went to San Diego, did a bar crawl with my girlfriend and her cousin and husband. But then, not my girlfriend's husband.
Yeah.
I'm not a jealous guy. And then the day of Halloween, I went to work, dressed up as the Riddler. The kids liked it, except one kid who thought it was a Joker. So I failed them. I'm a teacher, by the way.
You're not passing, bro.
Yeah.
just give it up. You're not getting your diploma.
Yeah.
How about you, Omar? You didn't do anything for Halloween?
I'm Mexican. Stay home.
I'm Mexican too.
I'm Mexican too.
I'm not Mexican.
You gave out Tootsie Rolls, huh? And pinches chicles motitas. That's what it was.
I don't.
No, right here, Maywood. I don't think there's a lot of people that trick or treat here in Maywood. Even though it's heavily congested, populated. I don't think there's a lot of people that trick or treat here. Because Bell Gardens, Downey, Whittier, like those are much better cities to go to. Like personally, for myself, I take my boy to Downey, and we go down the same streets all the time.
The rich street.
No, actually,
have the most.
You would think that, you know what I mean?
That's
but
where I go.
for my son and I, we tend to go down. They're called Orange Estates now. I think East Downey is the rich side, but in Orange Estates, my boy likes to go there because there's a tree in one of the streets. I don't even know where, but it has like a little circle, like a little round. It looks like a well. It's got it's a brick thing. Yeah. And we like to sit there or stand, take pictures and stuff like that. And he's just every year we go there. And this year I told him, like, you want to go to East Downey or Whittier or something like that? He's like, no, I want to go to where that tree is. I'm like, all right. So we ended up going there.
So, Sergio, I hate to break it to you, but anything with the word estates is considered a rich neighborhood. Automatically.
It's a nice neighborhood. For Downey, it's another neighborhood. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I said, once you go into East Downey and then you go to Orange Estates, you're like, oh shit, yeah. Like, East Downey's upper north, between Lakewood and Florence. That side, the east side. When it's what's the northeast side? If you know your directions, that's the rich part of Downey. Where you see the McMansions and all that stuff.
Like going towards 605.
605. Yeah, all that stuff. Past the between the 5 and the 605 right there. That's all like really nice.
Thank God for GPS because I get lost
Well,
all the
I
time.
Just look for the farmhouses.
It's like when they say go east, I'm like, all right. So what does the GPS say? It says that way. Got it. Let's
Let me
do
get
it.
my compass out.
Let me get my Compass app.
You want to tell these guys what you were for Halloween, Serge? Were you dressed up
Oh
as
yeah,
a
I was. We went to Albert, and a couple other friends went as a conjunto norteño. That's right. We like I said, we got all the matching flannels, right, Albert? The matching flannels. We got different hats. We dressed up in super tight clothes, and we just partied, raged on. Just played the chona, played the beep song, the beep 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 beep. That's what it was all night. It's kind of.
I heard something else when you said that. I played the beep 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 beep.
Beep beep beep. Then we were talking about holidays. What do you guys? Ham or turkey, guys? We had some guy in here, German. His family. Chicken. His family. He didn't pick turkey or ham. He picked chicken. That's what his family ate. What about you guys? What do you guys like to eat?
I'm a big ham guy.
Ham guy. Okay, there you go. What's your favorite side?
Favorite side? Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. And I messed up because I should have said besides mashed potatoes because everybody likes mashed potatoes. Yeah. How about you? Ham or turkey?
I do ham. Just because turkey is just
you don't like turkey?
It's a bitch.
Yeah. So of course, I mean, if you get it wrong for like if you overcook it for 1 minute, it's like too dry, and if you undercook it for a minute, it's like it's too. It doesn't taste good. What about your sides though?
Sides mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. He's another mac and cheese guy.
You have mac and cheese, see?
See, what I was telling that like the more Mexican people have like frijoles and arroz, which is rice and beans. You know what I mean? But like more white people have or American families, I guess, had to have mac and cheese, which like I never had mac and cheese. I've been a couple of them. Even when I used to cook here.
Mac and cheese?
No, I've had mac and cheese, but not for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
it was like for me, it was like
over the house.
Exactly. I'll move over, bro. You know what I mean? I'm coming over.
And then the other topic was holiday movies.
Oh yeah, you guys having like good holiday movies, Halloween movies or Christmas movies? Like I chose Pierre and I chose it, but he chose the newer one, and I was like, I like the older one.
Holiday is that like just strictly
like
Halloween
from Halloween till Christmas,
Christmas.
That time, or to New Year's, I guess actually. You know what I mean? Those are different holidays. What's your
Halloween? I don't do movies. I'm
not really.
I'm not really into that. But
what about like Christmas
holidays?
Is it because you're scared?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
I
had to ask. I
trip out.
You were like, no,
I trip out, dude. Like I can't
you can't watch
long drive. I could watch them, but
like not around Halloween.
Not around like the Dia de los Muertos like yesterday or 2 days ago.
You can't watch La Llorona and Dia de los Muertos.
I cannot.
So you watch Coco?
I found Coco. Yeah.
I can't watch Coco, dude.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie.
El pinche máscara pintada. Which color?
I can see this fool behind his blinkers watching Coco. Shit, this is a scary part right here. Damn.
He's a skeleton, but he plays the guitar real well.
No, see, I'm not good on movies. Was scary movies. So.
Why did the dog die too? No, but you have you.
You know what? Back in the day, I would make it like tradition to go watch the Saw movies every.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about Saw movies,
Yep.
but for us, it was more. They were what more? What did we say? More thrillers,
Psychological thriller.
Yeah, psychological thriller.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, it's like major, so I think that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And like I said, in those times, like I said, in the 90s or early 2000s, a lot of the movies were more psychological thrillers, and those were the ones that scared people. But in the early 90s, it was just like straight, just
Slash.
scary. Yeah,
Slasher.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like scary with those. Even movies evolve. You know what I mean? Nowadays, they're trying to bring them back with like another Halloween movie,
Right.
Which I think just what I saw, it broke the box office records, like the highest selling or what is that highest grossing slasher movie. And it passed Scream, which was number 1. So it's not bad. You know what I mean? But I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if you guys have seen the Halloween movie.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard mixed reviews.
Like I said. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not really into it. It's like
Yeah.
mixed reviews. Like I'll just wait for it to get it on Bird TV. I mean, did I say Bird TV? Original copy. No pirata. Let me see. We're talking about. I didn't get to a topic that I wanted to ask these guys. I don't know if you guys watch. I don't know if you guys. Albert's over here, doing secondary audio. If you guys like energy drinks or something, if you guys drink them or anything like that, what's your favorite energy drink? I swear, if you say Lipovitano, I'm gonna flip.
Squirt with Sprite.
The squirt with Sprite. That's an energy drink. I mean, it'll give you energy until you top off with squirt with Sprite.
Yeah.
Like that, that's like
Toma más Sprite para tu squirt.
Más azúcar. Sprite with squirt.
How about you?
I'm a Red Bull guy.
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Ah,
Yeah. How
Same
much yourself here?
Bang.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
Bang, dude. I drink
I don't know
Bang.
if you've ever had Bang.
I haven't tried it. I've been wanting to. I've seen a lot of people, drink it. I'm like, I'll check it out maybe one day.
It's a lot smoother.
What does he like, Bang? You like Bang too, no?
Yeah, I drink Bang. I used to drink. I used to drink, Red Bulls and Monsters, but then I realized they got way too much sugar. It's just like diabetes in a aluminum can. So then I started drinking the non-sugar one. It tasted so bad. After that, I was drinking more like Rockstar, the sugar-free ones. They were all right, and then I realized Bang was one of those kind of like a pre-workout things. You could you can drink. It's got no sugar, and
so
it's
it's no sugar.
No, it's
No sugar.
It's
Has
got like that.
amino acids.
Yeah, it's got, CoQ10, creatine, and all that
Let me
stuff.
ask you
Definitely
this.
gonna check it out.
Why does that matter to you?
Because I go to the gym. I work out, so for me, it's like it's better for me. You know what I mean? All that stuff has to do with, like I said, when you work out, stuff like that.
You need a pre-workout when you work out, dude.
Yeah.
Like it really intensifies your workout.
Yeah, and all those ingredients that it has are good for you for your workout. Your overall muscle health and all that stuff.
Okay.
It's not. I don't drink it just because.
Javi and I just want to feel the hit, so we get Red Bull, right?
No,
Yeah.
I'm looking out for my sugar too, though.
That's
why I'm gonna check it out.
That's where you're like, really?
I need the, like, I drink coffee every morning, so that's like my energy drink in the morning.
Okay.
But I've been cutting down the sugar with that. Like, I'm trying to, you told me I ballooned up, I'm losing weight, so sugar is one of the things I want to cut out.
Exactly, because I mean, there's sugar and everything. That's why I try to kind of just watch my sugar intake or something like that. Like, nowadays in the mornings, when I don't take a pre-workout anymore, because usually I take Bang, but now I kind of stopped taking as much of it. Now I take Bulletproof coffee, which is, I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's MCT oil. I buy XCT oil, it's coconut oil. Bulletproof coffee brand. Butter. It's a Kerrygold, so it's grass-fed butter from grass-fed cows, and I put it on the blender. Drink that. That's my pre-workout. That's what kind of sustains me throughout the day, so I don't get hungry. Because when I would drink a regular pre-workout, as soon as I'm done, I'm like starving, dude. But this, I drink it, and I can go up until about midday without eating or without even feel like I want to eat, and that's for me that works out perfectly. But
so what about people at home?
For people that don't work out, I would actually, that's actually pretty good for people that don't work out. You don't have to work out or not work out for that. Yeah, no. Like if you work out, Bang is really, really good for you because it's got all these CoQ10 and creatine and all these things that help feed your muscles. But if you don't work out, like I said, a Bulletproof coffee is like perfect because like it doesn't. It's not like you wake up and you eat or something like that. You drink Bulletproof coffee and it kind of takes that craving away. It's that butter I think that gives you that energy that doesn't want to make you eat. Right. But like I said, same thing. I was stuck on Red Bull for a cool minute. Then they have the different colors, the flavors, the yellow and the orange and all that stuff. What else? For sodas, I don't drink sodas. I don't know if you guys drink sodas. I cut soda out a long time ago. I think you don't drink soda.
Yeah, Coke. Coke's bomb. Coke's my favorite.
Yeah, it's like it's
no
diabetes. Oh my god, it's so good.
You don't drink Coke.
I don't drink Coke.
So
you look at my fridge, there's no Coke.
No, but when you go out, what do you mix your drinks with?
Ginger ale. And that's pretty much.
So that's not considered.
It's a soda. Yeah, it's got sugar in it. Yeah, but I try not to drink it as much. I'll have either my drink of choice is Jameson and ginger ale. Okay. But if I can avoid it, I'll drink whiskey with sparkling water. Seltzer water. Yeah.
You don't do on the rocks, just straight.
No. It takes away the taste. I don't know, for some reason I like it on the with seltzer water. I don't know what do you guys. What's your guys' favorite alcoholic drink of choice?
Jameson ginger.
Jameson ginger. Yes, I think. I like to add a lime every once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm a big beer dude. I love beer, but if I had to do,
hell yeah.
Right. If I had to do,
box of Budweiser, open up a can of whoop ass,
30 pack.
That's the bottom line.
If I had to do liquor, Johnny Walker.
Okay,
that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Just regular black label.
Yeah.
Black label is good.
Black label. I don't drink too much Johnny Walker because it has that peat taste. It's like to me, it's a hard flavor to come to kind of get accustomed to.
The smoky.
And I'll do that on the rocks.
Yes.
I do Johnny Walker on the rocks.
The rocks, yeah. For me, it's like I gotta mix it. That's why I get Jameson. I can drink Jameson straight up, but I prefer mostly the ginger ale. It just makes a good flavor. As for beer, my favorite beer is Heineken Light. I don't know if you guys ever had Heineken Light. It's so good. It tastes like a cloud.
Like Heineken Light.
Yeah.
Right now, my biggest Lagunitas. Lagunitas is like my biggest thing.
I hate drinking Tecate Light. It's just like.
Oh, I hate Tecate.
Tecate beer.
I was gonna bring Tecate.
I never had it.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
What about you?
It's weird. I'm not a beer guy. And it's weird because I was a bartender too.
Yeah.
That's
right.
You were a bartender. I bartended at the Laugh Factory, and it's like just hard drinks.
Yeah.
You bartend?
Huh?
You bartend?
I used to.
Yeah. Used to be that dude like Tom Cruise in Cocktails. Flip and all that stuff. You grab the chick and put just down like that and shake her head afterwards with the beep, like
No, but if I do have to drink beer, if there's nothing else, I'll probably get Modelo.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's good.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. I was talking to a friend about how society changes everything. Even from what you eat to what you watch to what you drink. Nowadays, everyone wants to drink.
Society or social media?
Societies and social media. You know what I mean? They change.
Society is social
media. So, everybody has social media, so we're part of society, right? You know what I mean? I guess a social media society.
So you're a follower or you're a leader?
I'm not either. I would think I'm a leader because this is my own show. So you know what I mean. I'm leading.
Dang.
Another beer, bro.
People talk shit about certain drinks or they talk other drinks up. Like microbrews now are the thing, the fad. But IPA. Everybody drinks IPAs. Like I remember IPAs for a while. Like back in the day, they were just nobody wanted to drink because they taste so bad. Now it's like they tell you like, oh well, it's an acquired taste. Like I don't want to acquire the taste of shit. Some of these fucking IPAs, double IPAs, triple IPAs. Like why would I? It doesn't make sense to me. It's like if it tastes good to me, I'm drinking it. If it doesn't taste good to me, I'm not drinking it. I don't know if you guys ever had like IPAs. I'm not.
What is an IPA? No,
it's for India Pale Ale. Yeah, it's beer that's it's gone bad basically. You know what I mean? And the longer they kind of, it's just terrible. For me, it tastes terrible. But Lagunitas does make some pretty good ones.
Yeah.
Like I said, other than that, there's other ones that just. I remember when IPAs were starting to come in. I had this one. I went out with some friends and we had this one. It was like a gnome or something like that on it, and it was a triple IPA. Good God, it tastes like Pine Sol. I think the guy did give us Pine Sol. That's what it was. It's like,
so you had Pine Sol before?
I had Pine Sol. Yeah, I drank Pine Sol in the shape of beer. It's just terrible.
I hate stouts.
Stouts?
I hate stouts, bro. I hate stouts. It's like you're drinking like milk beer. Like it's just so heavy, dude. It's
like heavy.
So you don't like milk?
I love milk.
Oh,
I love milk, but like tasting like beer.
Guinness, I can't drink Guinness by itself.
I can't drink Guinness, and not only that, but what's that alcoholic milk drink? Baileys.
Baileys.
I hate Baileys.
Well, you can. I make Baileys. You know what I mean? Like when you have what's it called, Baileys and Fireball. I don't know if you ever guys had that.
No,
I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's alright. It's pretty good.
You were.
So I'm guessing you're not.
Yeah, but at the time it wasn't in, right?
No, yeah.
What's it called? The Fireball wasn't.
Fireball wasn't in.
It was more like a Jaeger bombs and things like that.
Yeah, and then it started like the cinnamon whiskey wasn't like really big until Fireball, and then Jack Fire that started coming out, and then you started adding them with like horchata or like the rum chata.
Chata in the bar? I'm like, where?
No, the rum chata.
Oh, okay.
So
chata.
like an alcoholic rum chata.
Chata with the shot.
Yeah.
Coming on, they're asking for it later on in the bathroom. Like, you coming on? Horchata.
You don't think about things to like start putting into the aguas and everything. Yeah, and Gavilan, he's like, chata looks good. We're gonna have to Fireball to it.
Oh man. So we were also talking about the lotto. You can remember you guys a couple weeks ago. Somebody, two people won the lotto. One of them was like 700 something, I think, and the other one was over $1 billion. And two people won back. I think one won 1 week, and then the other one won it the next week. So we're asking, what would you guys do if you guys won? What would be the first thing you bought? Not, I'm saying, and Albert asked, not if once you buy your mom something or your house or something like that, what would be the one stupid thing you would splurge your lotto money on?
I mean, I think everybody has their own.
Albert, thank you very much.
Thank you, Albert.
Charge the camera for a bit. Yeah, everybody has their own thing. What would be the one thing you guys would splurge your money on? So I said a yacht. And Pierre, what did you say? Pierre said a Nissan GTR.
Nismo.
Nismo, yeah. Nismo.
It
would $100 million, all right? You want $100 million, and he said he would pick a $70,000 car. I picked a $1 million yacht.
The first thing I would do,
to splurge your money on.
It's actually not a $70,000 car. It's like $150,000.
Oh, sorry.
Hey.
You don't want $150. You want $100 million. You're spending half a percentage.
Half a percentage.
I'd buy a mansion.
A mansion?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Like how? Where would you buy the mansion? Would you build your own mansion, or would you buy it in Beverly Hills or
Downey Hills? Down my own area.
Just one house up there.
in the States.
I'd buy like a whole property, build the hill, and it'd be up there, and bam, there it is.
East West.
No, the house on 3rd Street, that White House.
Oh, okay, yeah, that White House.
Yeah.
the historical house.
I know what you're talking about.
But nah, you know what? I'd buy a house. I'd buy a mansion, and I just
Details.
Away from people or around people?
Around people. I want to be,
Don't lie, dude.
Huh?
Don't lie.
Nah, I want to bring my people around my people.
You want $100 million? You want a neighbor next to you?
No, like around my people.
If
you're rich too, then I can't. He can teach me how to invest and everything. I want it by luck. He want it by working hard. Yeah. Probably.
What would you have in your house though? What would you have?
Like to create like on like cribs. I'd go all out. I go like I have a basketball court.
Go to sit white picket fence and shit.
Like that red door.
A red door, gigantic red door.
No, I would have like a basketball court in my house.
A gym. Basketball gym.
Yeah, well, both.
Do basketball gym. That's perfect. You're a basketball player?
Yeah, I used to.
Okay.
Well, I used to. Anyways, Omar, what would you buy? What would you splurge your money on?
Well, as Javi says, it'll probably be a house. Or a ranch, just something.
Oh, ranch.
A ranch.
A ranch, there's a difference between a mansion and a ranch.
Un rancho.
How many horses?
Why would it be horses?
Why not?
I'll get
You have a ranch.
pigs and cows, bro.
Okay.
Make me
So
money.
you'd ride the pigs or you ride the cows?
Stater
I have
Stater
horses.
Brothers pigs or what?
Stater brother pigs. Milk. No, I'll have horses.
If you would have pigs, would you legitimately kill it and eat it? Make bacon?
Not my pigs.
No?
No, not mine. No.
How many pigs would you have? Like a bunch of pigs or just a handful of pigs?
I have a lot of pigs.
A lot of pigs.
My
So
wife-
you wouldn't be able to name them, you know what I mean?
No.
He goes a lot of pigs, like 2. What did he say?
Like a bay of pigs.
A pigs.
My wife she literally wants a pet pig. She does. Like she wants a little baby
A
pet
little
pig.
teacup.
Yeah, like a little baby pig. And I told her, I was like, you know what? Like if I ever had a pig, like I would feed it and then later kill the shit out of it, to eat the bacon. Turn it into bacon. You know how much shit you can eat.
I had a friend in Mexico who, had a couple of pets as pigs. Of course, they weren't actually pets. They were just, their Thanksgiving dinner, their Christmas dinner.
That's what I'm saying. My
So
wife.
But your mom wants him as a pet, not
my wife.
Christmas dinner.
She was taking it offensive. She was like, "You wouldn't kill a pig. Would you kill your dog?" I was like, "No, but you don't eat dogs. You eat pigs." And she was like, "No." She's like, "We get a pig. We're keeping the pig." I was like, "All right." So I was like, "Watch what happens when I get a pig."
Watch
But,
what
yeah,
happens.
So next year you're getting a pig.
Yeah, we're gonna get a pig.
Yes, that's
She wants a pig.
She wants a pig.
I want a pet monkey, but
Pet monkey. What's your favorite? What would be your ideal mascot? I mean, your ideal pet. A pet monkey.
yeah.
that monkey.
What kind of monkey? Like a big ass orangutan or like
No, like the
chimpanzee?
ones the little
Spider monkey.
yeah, spider monkey. There you go. The ones that sit on steal shit for you.
Steal women's bras at the beach.
Just like go
Just
to
waiting
like-
for that shit.
Get that guy's wallet. Just go get it. Just beep, 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 comes out.
Get that guy's wallet.
What about you, bro?
Get his number.
You know what? I like animals and all that, but I'm not a pet guy.
No?
No.
Oh, I had to ask this question. Do you have kids? You don't have kids?
No.
Are you a kids guy? Like, do you like kids?
I'm a teacher.
He's a teacher.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it doesn't mean it's gotta like.
But
kids,
that doesn't
it's
mean you
around
want kids, though.
No,
necessarily.
yeah. I'm gonna want kids eventually, but like right now, they're headache enough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time. Let me see. Well, we pretty much ran down a lot of these things. Man, anything? What do you guys think about the? I don't know if you guys have been watching the NBA. What do you guys think about the LeBron hype? Everybody came in saying that LeBron was gonna. Well, most of the people that I talked to were saying that they were gonna take him to the championship left and right, and after they're going 0-4, the plans aren't panning out so well. What do you guys think about LeBron? What do you guys think about LeBron coming to LA overall?
I like it. It only makes the team better. Any team that gets LeBron is going to get better.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So it's just all about the hype, the drama. It's just how about they all
That's
go
LA.
through it. But that's LA, yeah.
That's LA, right?
So it's like if it's going to crack under pressure, which it couple late in the games.
Which he has. Yeah.
So I think it's all a matter of time.
Right.
I think this is going to be the biggest challenge for LeBron's had in his career, only because he has no shooters on his team at all. Like there are 0 shooters on that squad. If they have a good game, the next game they're very inconsistent. So personally, I think LeBron's going to have the toughest time. He's going to have to put up the most. And right now, the points that he's putting up, he's not cutting it. 26 points a game. Yeah, it's big. That's big. Those are big numbers. But for a team like this, he's got to be averaging at least 28, 30 points a game to be at least finishing the game off. Because most of the games that he lost them by like 2-4 points. Right. Out of the 6 points that he lost, out of the 6 games that he lost.
So Ball won't be a shooter.
Ball's not a shooter. Ball's not a shooter. Ball's a horrible shooter. Kuzma's developing, and it's going to take him a while to develop.
I think out of Ingram, Ball, and Kuzma, I think Kuzma's developing.
Kuzma's a lot more developed. Yes,
he's gonna be that guy who's gonna stay, and the other guys are pretty much trade bait. You could trade two of those guys for like a good first round or one pretty solid player.
I think Ingram's he's soft. He's real soft. I don't think he's
I don't know if he's soft. It's just he's not the player he was last year. He's not getting as many shots as he was last year because LeBron is taking a lot more shots. He's taking a lot more shots from everybody else. But I don't think he's developing as much as Kuzma is.
What about you guys? What are you guys' favorite basketball team?
Lakers.
I had to ask that question.
You know what I mean? It's a modest game. It's all quiet.
But why don't you like
defense?
Spurs?
Why?
Why?
One day, dude, when I was a little kid, man, I watched this big ass black dude dunking all over the Lakers. And I was
Robinson?
like, yeah, and I asked my friend, who's that guy? And they go, it's his name's Dave Robinson. They call him the Admiral. And after that, I was like, damn, he's balling his ass off.
Like big black guys.
Yeah, dunking it over. Yeah, dunking it over.
did too.
I mean, I don't want him to dunk it over me because, you know what I mean, I would love it, but still.
I love it.
I mean,
What?
yeah. I mean, what are you guys' favorite players growing up? You guys have a favorite player?
LeBron James.
LeBron?
I watched him throughout high school.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, but what about you? Didn't watch any like '90s players that grew up in the the early 2000s?
Yeah, a lot. Alonzo Mourning.
Alonzo Diggity. That's
Yeah,
right.
Alonzo Mourning was one of my favorite
players.
players.
That used to be on ESPN all the time. So Diggity. What about you?
I was a big Shaq guy. I like big black guys dunking on people too. And then Shaq, and then Kobe got on the Lakers. And became a Kobe fan. He was my favorite of all time.
Favorite of all time.
Is your favorite player of all time is Kobe?
Yeah.
But he's not the best player of all time.
He is the best player of all time. He got an Oscar. He's a GOAT.
No.
Oscar,
but he didn't win three back-to-back championships.
What do you mean?
Two three-peats. That's right. I mean, you can win an Oscar, but can you win 6 rings? You know what I mean? 3 tries like that.
So which one of them is your favorite? Parker or Duncan?
What for basketball player? Oh no, I'm a Ginobili fan. I think he's the best player overall. I mean, came in from Europe, changed the game around. I mean, even if there's no Ginobili, there's no James Harden. There's no a bunch of these players.
About the Euro step from Europe.
Yeah, and everybody revolutionized it. Everybody used it. I'm sorry, he revolutionized it, and everybody started using it after that. Like I said, if it wasn't for Ginobili, a lot of these players would be having a different style of game. Yeah. He's the one that came in and did the same thing as Harden. Take it to the rack and try to get that foul. You know what I mean? He kind of had you slow down, have you follow on purpose. And you can tell right away James Harden just molded his game right up.
So you're saying Ginobili revolutionized that game, to drive it to the rack and everything. Now I heard something that Seth Curry is revolutionizing the game now too.
Now
doing the whole 3-point situation.
Yeah, exactly. There's always, it's not going to be Euro step forever.
Right.
No, I mean, now it's Steph Curry. Steph.
Yeah, don't say so.
Don't say so. Yeah.
Not the Portland. Yeah, not the Trailblazer.
He's turning everybody into 3-point shooters. You know what I mean? Everybody, you don't have to be 6'6" and with good defense, good offense. You just got to know how to dribble the ball and shoot.
Yeah.
Trae Young.
Trae Young. Yeah, another thing. But there's also other shooters that came into the league that could have had a chance to be that type of player, but they didn't have the dribbles. You got Jimmer Fredette never had that type of dribbling that Steph Curry had. Redick, exactly. Those guys, you have to give them the ball and they're standstill shooters. You know what I mean? Kyle Korver, he's a good shooter, but he cannot create his own shot.
Kyle Korver's an amazing
like 38, 39
catch and shoot.
Big time. But those are guys that they're never going to be all-star players because they can't play to the game. Dribble the ball around like Steph Curry can. Go around people. They can't move as much. They're not as agile. Which is like I said, like you said, sorry, Steph is revolutionizing the game now. He's turning everybody into 3-point shooters. Do you remember how you put the camera by the backpack over so you can kind of catch all of us? See if we can kind of, or at least 3 of us. There you go.
Yeah, Pierre. 3 of us.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Every time I look at this, I don't like him coming out of my.
Every time I look at this, Pierre, it's like quiet.
Not saying anything. Pierre? Yeah, because he likes to do more of the camera work.
But today, it's like
he's more
open.
More open?
Thank you.
He's more open some other times.
Second time being on here?
No, first time. I'm like one of the first ones to watch every single video.
I think from when I started, Omar was watching the videos on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I think this week I needed a 4th, and I was like, I don't feel like making too many calls. So I just asked him. I was like,
it's always the last choice. Were you the first choice? Were you
no,
before me?
First.
Okay, so we're.
I think I emailed Tyler or something.
So he's our groupie.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This guy that comes in. Yeah, exactly. You gotta have one.
We need a group.
Got a little touch of chest here and there,
Yes.
He's creating the shirts.
Exactly. He's doing the shirts. He took your gun, huh? It's kind of no. I was just talking to Javi because he posted something up about wrestling, Crown Jewel, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about how wrestling it just isn't real. You know what I mean? We can get it. Sorry to disappoint the little kids that are watching.
Wait, what?
But little kids shouldn't even watch this anyway. So for me, I like watching wrestling. I watched wrestling forever. I stopped for a cool minute, but then I got back into it. It's just a good soap opera, right? I would think it's a soap opera,
Right?
But it's got action in it. It's got storylines for male, female. It got the bosses go in there. Go into that stuff. I know Javi doesn't like. Omar. I'm sorry. Omar doesn't like wrestling that much.
Whatsoever.
Yeah. But we still force him on Mondays to watch wrestling. It's one of those. We changed it. It's from it goes from wrestling to basketball to football. Better watch up to it.
So you never grew up watching any type of wrestling like SmackDown?
I was in Jalisco and like El Santos.
I did, dude. I did. I mean, Thursdays would be,
Thursday Night SmackDown.
SmackDown, yeah. So I watched it for a cool minute when The Rock was there, but other than that. Yeah, Undertaker, stuff like that, but it never caught my attention like it did to you guys. Maybe you guys seen something that I don't.
That's what people jumping off.
Yeah, but it's fake. You just said it. It's fake.
Yeah, but it's entertaining.
I didn't think so.
Soap operas are fake as hell too, right? But
Yeah,
a lot of people watch them on Channel 7 or Channel 4 or wherever. Yeah, you know what I mean. They're you can tell it's a show. So are movies. They're fake. People watch them like that. But for me, it's one of those where. Like I said, just two dudes beating the shit out of each other. And then here comes the third guy, and then out of nowhere, beat the crap out of all two of them or doing someone else.
So Omar, your favorite wrestler is Nacho Libre?
No, it was actually Rey Mysterio, dude.
Rey Mysterio. See, you watch wrestling, man.
I mean,
just because he doesn't like it doesn't mean he didn't watch it.
I know who they are, but I wouldn't sit down and watch wrestling.
Not anymore, but if you know Rey Mysterio, you watched it at some point.
I think for me, is when I was a little kid, I used to watch Mexican wrestling movies like El Santos, Blue Demon, all those guys. So I grew up watching them when I was a little kid. Kind of odd story. It's I used to watch, and they're terrible. They're black and white movies. Some of them were in Technicolor, but still, it's like those wrestling guys, and they're not even wrestling anybody. They're just fighting against the Wolfman, Dracula, things like that. But they were wrestlers growing up. So when I came over to the U.S., you'd see, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, those guys, like, kind of keeping up the same tradition.
Hulk Hogan.
Back in the day. I remember watching the Ultimate Warrior just grab people up and gorilla press them, dude. I was like, how does he do that, bro? And then you kind of realize, oh, yeah, it's Rose. Yeah. What do you guys think, though, about today's athletes, though, man? Do you think they're all natural, or are they going all about someone's getting arrested?
What kind of athletes? Wrestling
I think it's Albert just taking off. Albert's taking off right now.
Imagine he had that in his car. Imagine he had a siren in his personal car, some shit like that, just to turn on.
He's going everywhere he wants.
I roll with him, dude. I roll with him.
Smash his badge, get a headline over, and I can't take it back. I gotta expect this food. No, but we're talking about, what do you think about athletes nowadays? Everyone's claiming they're natural, and even bodybuilders claim to be natural. What do you guys think? Is it natural, or is it something in the food, or something people are taking, or
Canelo?
I think there's
like Canelo, like you said, Canelo, is the clenbuterol in the system, and then I think there was another boxer, Billy Joe Saunders, who was talking smack about Canelo, saying that he should be suspended for life. He shouldn't box ever again. And then he came out getting caught with something that's even worse than what Canelo took, and he's only serving the same thing as 6 months suspension. But like I said, a lot of these people are claiming natural and getting caught left and right.
Javi was going to say something.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, like, right now there's a big crackdown on it, with the USADA and all these other testing organizations, and we're starting out training young. Like, you have basketball camps for, 5-year-olds, and so,
my kid.
So, there's just the whole movement and the whole science behind working out and everything, too. I think there's just been big advances in the past decade or two. So I think a lot of it's all natural, and you're still going to have your cheaters here and there.
Oh, yeah.
And they're always going to find their loophole.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy everything.
And I think social media honestly has a lot to do with how they are now, because back then you didn't have the celebrities or the athletes in front of your face at all times. You saw them when they were playing, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how you saw athletes. You saw them during the game. Period.
Yeah, and they had their own personal lives or whatever.
Their own personal lives. They got drunk. They whatever they did. We didn't see that. But now it's like we see on the off season how hard these guys train. They eat. They eat the right way. They do everything the right way because they're always posting it. Everybody's seeing more of what it takes to be an athlete. So now they're like, you know what? I have this image to portray. I have to be, this guy straightforward. I'll have a glass of wine, eat my good food. Have personal trainers, training 24/7.
You also get those athletes that I guess in the off season or the time. I think the NBA they only test you 3 times per year, and once you're done with those 3 tests, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Those guys are getting high 24/7. I think they were claiming on
JR.
Yeah. Jar Smith is one of those. There's I forgot what sport they were trying to see. I think it was NFL. They were trying to use marijuana as a for to take care of pain. I think or something like that. Or CBD, something like that.
Well, Marshawn Lynch is always high.
Yeah, so. Exactly. One of those guys. When he's done testing, it's like he was telling blood up. You get so many things coming in into the sport, and then everybody trying to change left or right. Personally, for me, I always thought it's like, dude, everything's progressing. Like once you get caught with one thing, someone's gonna find a way to make it better, so you don't get caught, or it gets out of the system much faster. And then here comes people over here trying to counter that. It's always gonna be something that's gonna change no matter what. Progression, advancements in technology. Somebody might be taking, like I said, something meat, that has something in it, and it's natural, natural in the body or whatever. But it's one of those. I don't think you could stay in that type of shape 24/7 for 365 days out of the year. Kind of like LeBron, he spends what is it like $1 million, $3 million a year
on himself.
Yeah, on himself.
On taking care of his body.
Yeah. There was
that's nothing.
Cryogenics and all that.
Yeah. I mean, I had seen a video that it was like a conspiracy theory about LeBron that he does take it, but he doesn't take it like on a regular basis. It's kind of like off season for him, on season. Same thing, like where you can smoke marijuana after the 3rd time they test you. Well, for him, it's once he's done, he's on something. What I mean, I don't know what it is, but there's the video. I think it said it does blood. What is it? Blood doping, I think it is. Where he takes his blood out, they clean it, and they put it back in. Like I said, it's just a rumor. It's a video. It's a conspiracy theory. It's just conspiracy theories.
It's kind of smart though.
Very smart.
Take out your blood, clean it out, put it back in. Shit.
There was this Tour de France guy that was doing it. I saw. You guys ever watched that the Tour de France video? The what's his name? The bicyclist.
Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, Lance Armstrong. There you go. There was a guy in one of those documentaries that was saying that he was doing that, and he goes, "That's not. It's your blood. It's just being cleaned and put back into your system." And the people for the Tour de France, they disqualified him, and he had won. I think he was one of those guys that was like racing right behind Lance Armstrong, and he could never win. And so one year when he did that, he won, and they kind of tested him. They found out he was doing that, and they took away his championship. And then here comes Lance Armstrong to win it again for the bazillionth time. And then it turns out he was on it 24/7. What was like I said, it's just one of those where, how do you not know that Tiger Woods was on it? You know what I mean? I mean, the guy went from being super skinny to he's built like a rock. You know what I mean? But it's one of those.
I think nowadays too, there's less drugs. Because you hear all the stories about all the old school athletes like Ric Flair or all the old big linebackers that are killing people. They were coked out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nowadays it's one of those. Yeah. Coke isn't cool, crack is whack, bro.
Yeah.
But it's more into the oh man, how is it like the micro muscle management type of things where it's like you said, Tenbuterol, those type of stuff that kind of keep you up, or creatine maximize, whatever it is.
Marijuana's huge now. I'm not gonna lie, everybody's freaking smoking weed out here in California, man. I was at Knott's yesterday. This guy's like rolling up a blunt, sitting inside Knott's, sitting.
I would not do that, bro. Yeah, if I see them around my kids doing that.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. I was literally going to the restroom, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to the restroom, and my kids are getting right there when you walk in. There's like a little train ride. So I'm gonna go to the restroom, walk in the restroom, and this guy's like rolling up a blunt like right there, and I was just looking at him like, really? Like I kind of just did my hand like this, like, are you serious? I was like, he's just like this, and everybody's walking by just looking at him. He's just rolling a blunt.
It's illegal to do it like that. I mean, you have to. I think it has to be in.
It has to be in your own home.
Your own home, or in a place that kind of allows that. But you can't smoke it out in public.
Yeah, but what kind of like triggers me on that? I don't smoke weed, but I'm saying people that do. It's like it's gonna be to the point that if you can walk with alcohol in Disneyland and in Knott's,
you can walk with marijuana.
Yeah. Or just in a designated smoking area, because technically now it's legal.
Yeah,
it's completely legal.
True. Yeah, like for me, it's those places where you shouldn't be able to do it in those places, because you got kids all over the place. I mean, if somebody, a drunk guy, stumbled around with my kid, he's going down. If a guy's smoking weed, through smoking my boy's face, he's going down.
Would you feel the same if it was a cigarette?
I do it all the time. I think it was at Citadel like last week, and my boy and I were walking, and there was two guys in front, two Asian dudes, and they lit up a cigarette, and right away, you know, once you smell it, they go, oh, dude, and I told my boy, stop, you know what I mean? And we stopped, we go, let them walk, give them a couple, you know, give them the space.
They were walking next to you?
They were in front of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the smoke was, I guess, the air was going behind us, so which got, you know, so don't stop, you know, give them their space, let them walk, and, you know, we'll walk after them. My boy was like, ew, it smells bad, you know? Yeah. So we waited for about a minute, and then we started walking, you know, I mean, they were up way ahead of us, so you couldn't smell it anymore. I go, that's, you know, it's fine. But when you start doing things like, start smoking up and you start throwing the smoke everywhere, you know, at people's faces or around something, like there's a kid here or there's an older person or anything, you know, to turn towards them and you know what I mean? Yeah. Usually what you would see is somebody smoking a cigarette and they go up, you know, in a crowded area they go up or something like that. But if you see somebody doing like, you know, like I said, facing you or something like that, and you don't smoke or you got kids around you, dude, it's not fucking cool. You know?
Yeah, of course. Well, I smoke cigarettes, so
yeah, but you don't smoke. You go that's on your face, right? You know what I mean? You kind of, you know, turn away. I see you like sometimes you do that. You go like, you know, that's fine. Which is what you're supposed to do. It's courtesy. Yeah, it's courtesy. You know, we're fucking human beings nowadays. We're ultra sensitive human beings, but we're still human beings. But turn it a little bit. Turn to Facebook. We're trying to face the camera, but it only gets
yeah. Who's watching this at the front?
Nobody.
Zero. How do you know who's watching it?
It tells right there.
It's top.
Yeah, it'll tell you.
Zero.
Bags watching it or something like that. But for right now, it's just recording.
When you just had it on him, you had more viewers.
I did. Yeah, I think it was that they had sympathy for. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Yes. No, I mean, I usually record on Instagram so that you know, if you don't watch it right now, if you're asleep right now or whatever it is you're doing, you can always get on it tomorrow.
See it later.
Yeah, see it later. Yeah, exactly. And later on, it'll tell me how people are viewing it, even if nobody watches it right now. It tells me.
It's a business-based thing, right? It tells you. Is that how it works?
It's just a live story.
Oh,
yeah,
live
you can save it if somebody watches it later.
Yeah, it's like it puts up in a fucking Facebook and tells you how many people liked it or whatever. Cool. Yeah, exactly. So you know, it's a bunch of different platforms. Like I'm trying to get for Facebook, I'm trying to do something where I cut one person's hair at the end of the day, like when there's nobody there, just one-on-one, and record them with the camera.
You should do that.
Yeah. You know, it's a one-on-one, and we're literally just me and that person chopping it up, chopping the hair up, and chopping it up in conversation. You know, hopefully
you should have mics when you're cutting somebody's hair.
Mics. Well, you know what? Actually, the phone's really good at picking up sound. Yeah, at a certain distance, and maybe like probably where we were at over there, it catches pretty good sound. It catches all of us, which kind of not that crazy, but if I were to put it in front of somebody, you know, the only thing I'm worried about is it's going to catch the sound of the machine as well. So if I were to put a microphone on them, you know, it's not going to sound good. Oh man. Speaking of that, what are I know it's too soon to talk about it. Oh, you know what? What are you guys planning on getting yourselves for Black Friday? You know, in shopping or anything like that?
Also Beats headphones.
So Beats version 5.0.
No, the Power Beats, the wireless ones.
Yeah. I want the Mega Man headphones. Have you seen those?
No.
I have some super sick. You've seen Mega Man, right? Yeah. Around his head, it's like it got some ears that point out. At Fry's, they have some of those. It's like it goes around like this, and the ears, the headphone things, they look like Mega Man's ears. You know? They fucking look badass. That's like $40. I don't need them whatsoever. I have headphones. I have like 2 or 3 pairs of headphones right there. I was like, but they look so super cool. You know, you're walking around, or you know, you got fucking Mega Man headphones.
Black Friday. I mean, I think now, like
Black Thursday.
No, we don't need to wait till Black Friday. I think, like you say, Thursday, and then there's what is it? Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday.
Yeah,
that's Cyber Monday. That's right.
I remember, as far as a kid, you know, waking up 3-4 in the morning. You know, not even sleeping.
I did that.
Going with your parents and going to the mall. You know,
trying to bunch of clothes.
Yeah.
December.
Or not even. My mom would just take me. Yeah, my mom would just take me just so I could make line for her while she. You know that. I mean, they got this.
Then you're the next one. She's not around. You're all paranoid.
That's go to the bathroom. That's what I bought your diaper for.
So, I mean,
but I didn't put it up. We'll put it on right now. But there's
Prueba testo.
Oh. So, to answer your question, what is it? Black Friday. I mean, I'm not looking for anything, but if something comes up, I mean, I'll definitely get it. And it's not a need; it's a want.
It's a want. Yeah, most of the time, but Black Friday's going to be more of a want. I think the only thing people need are like computers and TVs.
Well, more for you guys. You guys got kids. I mean, have you got kids?
No.
So it's for you guys, you Pierre, and you know. I mean, because you guys got kids.
Yeah. No, for my boy, I think it's more. I mean, he has everything he wants. Maybe clothes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even though I can't, he has one drawer for shirts, and it's all shirts in that drawer, dude.
Right.
There's some shirts that he hasn't worn in months because he has a bunch of shirts there.
Yeah.
And I wash every 2 weeks, so it's like I wash new shirts. I'll pick one out, or I'll pick one out.
Okay.
And so
the
ones at the bottom. Yeah, he has shirts for months, dude. He can wear like a shirt for one. Yeah, for a brand new shirt for like 2 months.
Size is he? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, question though. He doesn't grow out of them quick.
He hits spurts. He only grows out of when he hits spurts.
Oh my god, I feel like my boy, at least Elijah's going through spurts, bro, every month.
Okay, so but that's normal growth. I'm talking about spurts. Like my boy, like every 2 or 3 months, he'll hit a spurt where it's like he'll grow half an inch or an inch, and it's like 5 shirts.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I'll go buy him a bunch of shirts.
Time.
I'll go buy him a bunch of shirts, and it's like, oh, he's wearing them, and then all of a sudden, it's like, all of a sudden, I see the long sleeves are like right here.
Like his sweaters.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Like his sweaters, I buy him like 2 sizes too big for him sometimes, and then like
that's smart.
Yeah, but the sweaters that he has
that's
right now.
the Mexican.
Yeah, exactly.
Buy the shoes.
Like
Leave the paper in there. You grow a little bit, you take one piece out. You grow more, you take the other piece out.
Yeah, they're too big. No, they're fine. You see, I'll put a sock in there later. You're fine.
Stomping around looking like freaking Krusty the Clown.
You're fine.
Good grow into him. It's like, well, what if I thought you'll grow into him? That's the no. Yeah, so I buy his clothes. Tend to buy his clothes big, like his sweaters. But right now, I think maybe like out of 10 sweaters, he grew out right out of 8 of them. Like just 8 are gone. I got to clean his closet. Pretty much done with that.
Kids are expensive, guys.
Yeah, very expensive. I think what it was a figure. I think it was like 118,000 throughout their life or something like that, or 100 something like that. Over 100,000 throughout their life from birth to 18.
What, spending money?
That you're gonna spend it
on your
you're
kids.
gonna
$100
spend
grand.
$100 grand.
That doesn't seem right. I think it's a
I
lot
like
more.
18. Yeah, it might be a lot more.
You can look it up. I think it's something like it was 115, 118.
Somebody wave at you.
Oh, somebody waving at us. Who's waving at us? Wave right back.
So, yeah, Sunday.
No kids.
No kids.
No kids with the.
What's up?
All right.
What's up? Not that we know of, right?
I'm over 7. Somebody up there is looking out for me.
0 for 7.
Not playing.
0 for 7. That's worse than Shaq shooting a free throw.
Well, it's a good thing. I'm 0 for 7. 0 kids for 7, potential time.
Yeah, that's true. What about TV? What do you guys think about TVs, man? Now with Black Friday's coming out, I think it was from what I remember, 4K was like out. Now it's like IQ or something like that, or so Q TVs. Then it's just every year
getting better, dude.
Yeah, everything.
Especially TVs
coming out quick. iPhones, yeah.
Yeah, especially TVs. Like I said, they're coming out with so many every year, and they try to get rid of like I think 4K now is like a thing of the past. Yeah. They were trying to get. I think last year they were trying to get rid of curved TVs, and I didn't get one. I think I got a 55 inch or 60 inch. It's average size now. I went to Best Buy on Saturday with my son, and I was looking at 32 inch TV, and I was like, shit, they look so tiny.
Small.
Yeah, I looked at a 40 inch, I was like, really? Who the hell watch TV on these? 40, and then you realize, like back when you were a little kid, watch TV, you had maybe a 20 inch, 22 inch. Yeah, exactly. It was as big as the refrigerator, but it was only 22 inches. It's that big.
Hey, I like your refrigerator.
That's
It has 2 of our beers pairs in mine. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't get up.
I know. I'm just saying.
Put them on the side.
Next time, bring a cooler.
You can't. I mean, that's an old school mentality. It comes from watching old school TV, old school shows, old school cartoons. Nowadays, everything's PC. I think Albert was telling me they took out a poo from The Simpsons or something like that because it was like
stereotype.
Yes, dude, I think The Simpsons is a stereotype. You know what I mean? Flanders is the white guy who's super rich and you know what I mean, just a successful businessman. You got Chief Wiggum.
Dude, what did Flanders do?
Flanders, he owns the Leftorium.
That's right.
I mean, come on. In reality, would Leftorium be successful? I don't think so.
No.
I don't know. I mean,
for a cool minute, it would, but maybe.
For a cool minute, exactly. It's not going to feed your life.
Yeah, that's true.
What is it? Chief Wiggum was the corrupt.
Cop?
No, not Chief Wiggum. Mayor Quimby, the corrupt politic. Like the cartoon is a stereotype in itself because it's so many stereotypes in it. Like, how are you going to take out one guy that's just because he happens to be Asian? You can't call him Indian because he's Asian. how are you gonna take them out? It's like, dude, everything fits a stereotype. Krusty the Clown's like the Jewish successful millionaire. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man, really? Nowadays, cartoons are so odd to watch, and it's crazy because you used to watch. Now you got like Rick and Morty. They go bonkers on that one. Like people have to be high to be making that movie. You cannot make a regular like a Rick and Morty cartoon like that. Or you get I don't know if you guys ever seen Super Jail. Super Jail's like a super gory cartoon and things like that. Like there's what happened to Darkwing Duck. You know what I mean? It's no longer here. Or even in the early 2000s when you had the Nickelodeon cartoons, like they don't exist anymore. It's either Disney or like some off the wall cartoon.
Like BoJack Horseman.
Yeah,
you seen that?
Exactly, on Netflix.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's like a world full of like animals, but they live like humans.
Yeah, which spell it out.
I feel like YouTube took over like the Disney Channel, took over all that stuff. Like my kids now, like want to watch something, they'll watch it on YouTube instead of watching like I used to watch the Disney Channel shit. Yeah. I used to watch channel 13 before you go to school.
Like
right before you go to school, was it Pepper Ann? Tarzan, all those little shows that they had on right before you go to school.
I remember watching James Bond Jr. You guys don't even know that one. That's right.
Recess. That's right.
Recess.
Recess.
That shit was dope.
Like I said, it's crazy, man. Like nowadays, like anime is also, or manga, those Japanese cartoons, they're going crazy. Yeah, anime. You know what I mean? It's going crazy now. You get so many Cartoon Network. I think after a certain hour, it's nothing but anime cartoons. It's shooting at you. They're catching up to us, or to I guess American TV. But what was you guys' favorite cartoon growing up? I know you said Reasons, right?
It wasn't my favorite, but I would watch it every day.
What was your favorite cartoon growing up?
My favorite cartoon was definitely The Simpsons.
Simpsons? Okay, yeah.
Even though I didn't understand some parts, but I mean that's just because of what Pierre said. I didn't have YouTube, so that was my routine.
Yeah, of course. I don't think. I mean, I never watched cartoons on YouTube. You know what I mean?
I never did.
Like Netflix nowadays has a system where they're more free with their cartoons. You could say a lot of bad words. Like get Gonzo always quotes it. A cartoon about these little teenagers, like 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds. They're going through puberty.
Big Mouth.
Big Mouth. There you go. Big Mouth, where it's like they cuss left and right, and there's a hormone monster. They're beating off 24/7. Even the little girls are doing that, so it's like it's pretty crazy. They're more liberal with their the cartoons because they don't have to show it to the public. You have to kind of subscribe to it. But for you, how about you? What was your cartoon?
X-Men.
Okay, X-Men. Channel 11.
The original
Saturday.
Yeah.
What was it? 10 o'clock, right? Something like that, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and then you watch it.
I was up now, it was in the morning.
Really?
I used to wake up early in the morning to just start watching cartoons.
Yeah, I used to wake up at 6 o'clock to watch cartoons.
My show is what? Price is Right at 10.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
That's not a cartoon.
That's not a cartoon, it's a show, yeah. I used to watch all that. I used to wake up at 5:30, so every once in a while to watch Punky Brewster. Yeah, just because you're up and it's like there's nothing to do. What do you watch? The news or that one channel that's got the flag, with the anthem going on?
Oh, that's
that's no longer. It doesn't do that because now hey, well, these guys are showing a flag with music on. Why don't we just show a show? You know what I mean? Get more viewers than that. Which got how about you, Pierre? What was your favorite cartoon?
I don't know if you guys remember this. It's called Bobby's World.
Yeah, Bobby's World.
The Howie Mandel.
The comedian needs to be in that cartoon. What is his name?
Howie
Long. Yeah. No, Mandel. Howie Long, the football player. Howie Mandel is germaphobe. It was kind of weird to trip out. Like, how are you a germaphobe? Like, how are people germaphobes? Dude, there's germs everywhere, dude. You sneeze germs. You wake up and you touch a wall, germs. Like, oh, yeah.
Back when he had that mullet.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That one used to be watch what's that? Life with Louie right afterwards.
Life with Louie
Anderson. I think it's crazy how these comedians get all their cartoons or shows going on.
And they got Bill Burr, F is for Family.
That's right. I love watching F is for Family. Yeah. It's like the favorite episodes where they rag on the Irish boxer. And the guy said he's like watching, like he's a bleeder. The guy, he's like walking into the ring, and I was like, "Oh, he's walking into the ring. He's already got a nosebleed. Come on!" Dude, those are like I said, those are more liberal. Like they because I guess to subscribe to them now, they could basically do whatever they want or say whatever they want. You still can't do that on regular TV. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's even on shows. Channel 13 used to have shows. Now it's like they show reruns of different shows. Channel 11 still has, of course, their shows. Even they recycle through them. Channel 7, Channel 5, Channel 4. Channel 5 is like they just run with with DC shows, like the Supergirl, the Flash, all those things like that. Which is cool. I never really got into those shows. I don't know if you guys ever watch them.
Not those. No.
You guys ever watch? What would you guys watch when you guys watch TV or Netflix or something like that?
I just finished Daredevil season 3.
Season 3? How was season 3?
It's really good.
I stopped watching after like a couple of episodes into season 2.
Okay.
And like somebody because it was kind of slow, even though they showed the Punisher, and I was like, it's like whatever. But then everybody's like, just keep watching, it gets better and better.
Yeah, it's they're slow payoffs.
Oh, okay.
So you invest in it, and then like by the middle, you're like, okay, cool. And I thought it was 10 episodes, so like they ended like that, and it's like next episode, I'm like, cool.
Oh,
and then it's like episode 11, it finished. I'm like, and ended like that. And the next episode, I'm like, cool. So it goes to 13 or 12, I think.
Yeah, I think
but
I was watching the one with the black dude. It's Instructor Arnold.
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage. Like, it's the same thing. I thought it was 10 episodes. It turned out to be more episodes. Like, oh hell yeah, dude! Yeah. What do you guys watch?
Modelo time.
Modelo time. What's the TV?
What show do you watch?
No. What's the TV? I don't get to watch TV.
What do you watch
I don't
on
even
your phone?
see TV. I just watch highlights or whatever on Instagram. That's it.
What do you watch on your phone?
I have a TV at home, but it belongs to my children.
Of course, just like mine.
It belongs to them. Or
turn it on. It's a cartoon. You know what I mean? You put it on ESPN, then by the time you knock out and your boy knocks out, and by the time you turn it on again, it's like cartoons. Like what the hell? Like when did he get up and change the channel?
As soon as you put ESPN on, it's like no, I want to watch this. Shit. Okay, cool. Right. So it's literally it belongs to them, and when it's not theirs, it belongs to my wife. So
what about your phone? What do you watch?
I really like Teen Mom. That's probably my favorite show. Teen Mom's amazing. The E channel is probably the best show.
Really?
Kardashians. Yeah, Kardashians.
Yeah.
My wife actually luckily doesn't watch the Kardashians. I don't know why. She doesn't watch it. But Teen Mom is it's big in our house.
Teen Mom. I remember watching the first season and a little bit of the second season, and after that, it kind of you start realizing these chicks who were in the show just become famous.
Are retarded. They are.
Yeah, they were retarded, but now it's like hey, act retarded for TV. Shit. You know what I mean? It's like okay, you act retarded and you'll get famous.
One of them made a porno.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, it's I think it was season 1.
Yeah,
I think all of them, most of them, became some sort of famous. You know what I mean? But I think there was one, the couple, the white boy and the white girl that they lost their kid or something like that. They were one.
Give them up for adoption.
Yeah, give them up for adoption. That's crazy, dude. Like you don't think you could. I mean, I guess she didn't figure out that once the season was over, dude, she was gonna fucking make a lot of money and be famous. So she gave him the child for adoption. I was like, shit, that's wrong choice. Now you can see them backpedaling, they're trying to find a kid, they're trying to get to know him.
They end up having another kid.
They end up having another kid already. See, I didn't watch any other season after that. I think
I watched it.
I watched the second season. That was pretty much it.
I'm not kidding. Jimmy still watching.
They still watching the aftermath. What you want to watch on TV or on your phone?
Kind of quiet.
Omar, keep going, Holly.
Go for it.
Damn. Omar.
I do it.
Besides The Price is Right.
Yeah, it's just.
That's it. You watch whatever we put on TV for. I don't watch this.
I miss Bob Barker.
Instagram, it's just just scroll.
Do you have social? Do you have a Hulu or Netflix or something like that? No. It's crazy. Nowadays, everybody, it's weird because nowadays everybody's gonna have something. There's Netflix,
Amazon Prime,
YouTube Red. Disney's coming out with this new one next year. You got what other one? What other streaming services?
Well,
you can do even channels now, like
Apple's
HBO.
HBO Plus. That's right. I'm sorry, ESPN Plus. Apple's got its own shows now too. Yeah. It's crazy. Dude, how many freaking actors is there out there for all these shows?
YouTube TV.
Yeah,
you don't even
YouTube
have.
Red.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. They got their own channels as well.
You're gonna have your channel too.
My own show. That's right.
We have our own. Sergio has his own channel.
That's what's up.
That's right. Kind of that's the same thing, right?
Let's go.
It's kind of I mean, everything's kind of saturating. Even podcasts. I started my podcast, and now there's a bazillion podcasters out there. You know what I mean? It's
So what makes people watch your podcast? Why not?
I don't know because I barely started, so I'll let you know in a year.
Hey guys, what makes you?
What makes you want to watch our show or listen to it?
Listen, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I would think it's a combination of good conversation. keeping everybody kind of just going, not really stopping. That's why come up with the page of different things to talk about. For me, it's never been a thing of let's talk about one thing and keep on that. It's always talking about different things because it's it's chopping it up. That's what you do in a barbershop. You sit down with the customer and you chop it up. You talk about your whole day, what they do. Yeah, all the time. What's going on? Hobbies.
He came in quiet the other day.
Yeah, I was gonna talk. Like, hey, talk.
It was me coming home from work.
Oh,
I'm always like, I just work like 10, 12 hours, so I'm kind of like start passing out.
Yeah, I mean, even though like you get sometimes customers that are kind of quiet. We'll come back there.
Ah, come on.
You guys
the first thing that came out. The first thing that came out.
So the live video ended, and the first thing that came out on the feed was.
Jesus Christ! Now we all know what Sergio follows.
Sergio's favorite customer right there.
Jesus Christ!
Why couldn't it have been like a hot chick?
He lied to us.
Or like one of those food pages that I follow.
Because it's your phone.
It's your phone, dude. Look at my phone. My phone's covered with
He lied to us. He said first he likes big black men, and now he likes
Mexican
Mexican hairy chest men.
That's not wrong.
Oh man!
Wow, awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, which got it
That was
out.
priceless, man. That was priceless. That was priceless.
And this guy cuts your guys' ass.
Sharked it up, fool.
He does, huh? That's right.
What do you got like the hair
That's
massage?
why, dude. That's why sometimes I see him like he's just holding my head for a little bit, and then he starts cutting the other side. I was like, why are you touching the other side? But it's weird.
You already cut it.
He starts caressing it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tell me about Mary the hair gel.
That's
so wrong. I thought he really
liked.
liked his work, but he was always complimenting me. Man, your hair looks really nice. I was like, that's the second time you said this.
So what do you ask for when you go to a barbershop? Like he cuts your hair, right? So
I already know. He puts four on top.
Yeah,
on the sides,
he doesn't have to tell you.
No, I've been cutting his hair so long.
Yeah,
unless it changes, like it's rare when it changes. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, like you get customers that have been going there like. They don't change it, and if they do, they'll let you know. They'll like, oh, let's change it up a little bit.
It's a minor change though. Like if I like,
you went from a 3 to a 4.
3 to 4.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
My minor changes are like, hey, just go scissor length or something.
Yeah, the length.
Or sorry, finger length. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, why not try something new after so long?
I have with him one time.
Yeah.
I have with him one time.
I think I did like comb over, right? For like one or
I did like I told him I was like, give me a comb over and a lower taper, and he did that, so that was cool.
Yeah, not too many. Not too many people, change their hairstyle unless there's like a huge change in the trends. You know what I mean? Then they like, oh yeah, I want to try this out. Like for me, when I started cutting hair, it was the afro was in. It was like it was just changing. What? No, this is the comb over. This is it was the afro. He had just changed to getting it tapered up on the sides and the back, so it kind of was clean and it was kind of like a fireball. So I went from an afro to a fireball. And then it went from the fireball to people started getting a little bit higher to take out the sides, and then it went to the faux hawk. Just the top.
I had a faux hawk.
Yeah, just the top. It was only, you know what I mean. And then after that, it went from the faux hawk to like the full blown, you know what I mean, which got all the way to the back. Yeah, and then they had to get the pointed, the pointed back,
I had that too.
Exactly. And after that, the comb over came in.
Gentleman's cut.
Yeah, I think it was. I want to say it was Cristiano Ronaldo that changed it. That got a comb over, and then everybody started getting a comb over like crazy. Even I changed it. I always used to stick my hair back, and I changed the comb over. And then Ronaldo did another change where he took out one side, kind of like an undercut, where like just did it all with one blade, so you couldn't comb your hair down, and then he kind of just tossed it over, and then everybody started getting that. Now I think that's what everybody's getting.
Like that style. Pretty good.
Like for me, it's the same thing. I get it too. Like I get shorter on the sides of the top.
It's cool, but my hair won't.
Yeah. It won't. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you have to have the hair kind of want to do it. Be able to do it. You can't. We get so many guys out there that go in. Their hair goes forward, then again when it comes back. Come on, bro. Like really.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a barber, not a magician.
Yes.
Because to make you look good on the weekends, it's not mean that you're not gonna fucking make your hair, suddenly change its pattern.
I know.
It's getting kind of dark.
Or I got this one dude a couple of weeks ago. His hair pops out. He's just got spiky, just Asian style hair. It's gonna typically Asians tend to have hair that kind of pops out. I'm not gonna say his ethnicity, but he and he wanted to comb his hair back, but his hair did not go back whatsoever. It's like one of those you you could use product on it, and it's gonna pop up because it was so thin. And I go, dude, I could give you that style, but I can't guarantee that it's gonna go back. You know, and he's like, oh well, just do it. You know, and he's like, so I did it. Of course, it didn't go back. And I put gel on it. You know, I combed it, and it just it did not look good. And I go, like I told him, he's like, oh, it's okay. You know, once it grows out, I'm like, sure, yeah. Once it grows out, I mean, don't what the hell do I know? I've only been cutting hair for over 10 years. You know, what I mean, it's not like I want to tell you like, but you get some people that are like that. They're just so like I said, their hair goes forward. They want to comb it back. It's just not going back. You can give it a bunch of length, and it's just still gonna look like an ugly version of just a back cut. Yeah, that's what happens. It's reality. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get some people that are like that. Sometimes you get some people that are just do whatever. You know what I mean? You get those bald guys that want to keep whatever little left of their hair they got. No, you're not bald. You're
not
balding.
yet.
You're
Not yet.
You're balding. Ing and
Ing.
That's right. There's a ring to it. But you can still do something with it. You know what I mean? There's other guys that are like their hair's gone and they just like just cut a little bit. I'm like, you only have a little bit, so how much little can I cut? But there's other people who are balding, and their hair they're not going to look good bald. They're just not. So they have to kind of give themselves a style. You know what I mean? They go, that's just keep it like that. You know what I mean? But don't go completely bald. You get some people that go completely bald and they don't look good bald. And it's like, dude, just get a style. You know what I mean? I know it looks good on you, but just let it grow out and get a style. Even if you look like like George Costanza. Yeah. Even George Costanza was bald. You know what I mean? He still let it grow out. Combed it. I don't know if it was for the show or not, but you know what I mean. That's style. You know what I mean?
So going back to that lottery question, the first thing I would splurge on is whatever Jeremy Piven got.
There you go. Going back to when we first started. That's good.
Yeah. But let me see. Any other things you have to talk about? What's coming up in the new year? Any resolutions or anything like that? No resolutions.
Just I want some Modelo.
I want Modelo.
Yeah. You want a Modelo?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's right here. We're sponsored by Modelo. But having said that, I think we're going to cut it short and leave it up to this today. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, to say whatever. We take positive, negative comments. Doesn't matter. It's all
constructive criticism.
Yeah, exactly. We comment back. If you guys want to get in contact with these guys, for whatever reason, you can find Pierre at
Pi underscore
EPR
829.
That's right. That's on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Javi, if you want to get in contact with you,
Instagram
station, right?
underscore.
What?
It's on weekends in the drug station. Underscore Hofster. Instagram JAVESTER.
Instagram, right? How about you, Omar?
I'm on the Instagram as well. Emmanuel Omar underscore.
Myself, of course, you can find myself in the podcast on Choppin' It Up / with Barber Serg on Instagram, Facebook. I think the same thing, Choppin' It Up / with Barber Serg. And I'm gonna try to get an audio. Soon that'll come. The news will come later, which site that you can watch it on. You can hear it on. I'm sorry, but for now, we'll keep it on YouTube as much as we can. We'll try to put as many videos as we can. I'm sorry for everybody that subscribed and they're not watching the damn thing. But keep subscribing. Hopefully, one day we'll put out one of these videos that come out.
Right.
Shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired. My producer's like,
dang,
nothing for Christmas. No, but thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later. All right, peace out, man.
Thanks, Sergio.
All right.